What is up, people of YouTube? I'm your host, Vernon. This is Floyd Lamb Park. Let's fish that. Alright, ladies and gents, this is going to be my Viva Las Vegas video here for Floyd Lamb Park. Now, to be honest, I tried making this video about a week ago. We were on the opposite side of the Tool Springs Lake. Me and the wife went out there, we went fishing. We hooked on big carp. You could see the thing swimming out there, but unfortunately we broke off, lost that fish, and lost our little method feeder. And it's on. Alright, ladies and gents, we've been seeing something, playing with our baits. Finally grabbed one of the hooks. And it popped off. I think we lost a little method feeder as well. And for another hour or two after that, we didn't get any bites. And the wife said to me, this is really how you want to end your series here at Floyd Lamb Park. So I decided that the idea behind these videos are to showcase the parks as they are. I want to end on a high note. So rather than going with, here's a fish I lost, we're going to go out there today, see if we can get on some fish. Now, there's no particular plan, not targeting specific fish. We're going to throw out everything and anything and see if we can get any fish to bite. And rather than giving ourselves a little set piece of time, we are going to be spending the afternoon out here. We got a bit of a slow start today, so we're going to be spending better part of the afternoon out here to see if we can get on some fish. But enough chit chat, let's get to fishing. And the wife is on her first fish for today, little bluegill, using little bobber and worms just to get some fish on the board. And back he goes. So I also wanted to give the little night crawlers a try. And got a decent bluegill. They do, of course, get bigger than this. This is a nice sized one. Lovely blue on the chin. First fish for today. Nice bluegill. Let's get him back to the water. And there he goes. Right, so here's what we've been doing for the majority of the day so far. We have 2 rods out there with baits. The first one, that's just some catfish baits we have. Trying to get close to the reeds, hoping that as the sun is very bright today, the fish might be in the shade, come out of the shade to find our baits. And the second one we have out there, that's the Carp setup, with just some pack bait and corn out into the water, looking to see if we can find any carp. And on our second rods, we've been using all sorts of different ways to try and target fish. Wife's busy with a bobber trying for some sunfish, and I've been throwing around for some bass and stuff. But we just had some lunch, and for that we put out a rod with just some night crawlers. And we've had lots of action on that particular one rod with the night crawlers, making me believe that there are quite a lot of bluegill in this area. And that kind of goes to show with the 2 bait rods we have there, we keep getting little hits on them, and I think it's lots of small bait fish out there constantly stealing the baits. So it's very important to regularly be rebaiting, try get fresh baits out there, and hope that some bigger fish will find your baits before these small fish steal everything. And that's a problem you will have in a lot of the city park ponds. A lot of the times when you have these small fish around, they're pretty eager at stealing the baits, and it's very hard to find the bigger fish. That just adds to the dog days of summer, making it a lot harder to find decent fish. But you just need to constantly get the baits out there and try till you find some better fish. This one's barely hooked, but a nice sized bluegill. We've been playing with the bluegill, getting hits on our other rods but not actually landing any fish or getting fish. But it's fun to search for these little bluegills. Lovely
Nice.
colors on this one.
Nice blue.
So we're playing with the little bluegill because our night crawlers, they aren't lasting that well. So once we have no more night crawlers, we can focus on the other fish. Right, so the automatic hook setter went off. Think we might have something on there. We've been getting quite a lot of hits on this rod. Finally got something strong enough to actually set off the hook setter.
Frustratingly enough, quite a lot of hits.
I do believe we have a lot of small fish in the area stealing the baits, so finally getting something bigger going for one of the hooks is a good sign. And it's a terrapin.
Aye.
Not a fish, little turtle. It is bigger than the small fish, but still not what we're looking for.
It's my first terrapin.
But yeah, that's the first terrapin for the wife. Lovely little turtle, as people call them. I call them terrapins. Turtles is something I refer to as living in the ocean. This is a water and land thing. That's why I call it a terrapin. But let's quickly see if we can get that hook out of him safely. Alright, so this is a rather sizable terrapin. We're just going to get him back to the water. Let's see if we can have him release himself. And off he goes. So, not what we were hoping for, but at least some action. We're just going to rebait, get the stuff back out there.
My first terrapin. Wait. Another little one. Nice patterns. It's almost both purplish.
There's our first green sunfish for the day. And catching all bluegill, first little green sunfish. You can see he has a lot bigger mouth than the bluegill, and he's oval shaped, not round like the bluegill, and that orange little fin. Lovely little green sunfish. Automatic hook setter went off, but I do believe we have a small fish on. And we do have a little bluegill. Believe it or not, this bluegill went for shrimp. We caught a bluegill on some shrimp. So even on some shrimp, we get some bluegill using the shrimp and catfish baits to try and find some catfish out there, but we managed to get a little bluegill. Alright, ladies and gents, several hours later, and both me and the wife, we got on some bluegill, but no other major big fish out there. Now you may ask, how is that different from last week's video where I got that one carp that got away? But the truth of the matter, it's not the fish that's different, it is the situation that's different. Last week we were out here for 3 hours or so just to do a quick fishing session before it gets too hot. Whereas this time around we could relax a bit and have some fun out there. Now, during the dog days of summer, it can be difficult to find fish, and every catch matters. But having caught quite a lot of bluegill out there is still fun to do. And the wife mentioned to me that that is what she thinks about. She thinks summertime fishing here at Floyd Lamb Park is getting a little bobber and those little bluegill. And who knows, this might even be the last time that I do get some bluegill. The point I'm trying to make, it is important to have fun when fishing. If you're too focused on the fish, it might get a skunkful day, but if you have fun out there, it's a lot more worthwhile. Alright, but enough preaching. Thanks for watching, and please do give a little thumbs up for getting some fish at least. Feel free to ask any questions down below in the comments. If you've not yet subscribed, consider doing so. You might miss some of my videos if you're not subscribed. Alright guys, but thanks for watching, and like always, I'll see you next time.